Right, so this is November 2022, paper 2, calculator paper. So let's see how we get on. So, first few questions, hopefully relatively straightforward. So the first one, write 0.37 as a fraction. Well, because it goes to the hundredths column, it's 37 over 100. Okay, we don't need to simplify it, anything like that. It just says write it as a fraction. Right, next we've got 29,381, correct to the nearest thousand. Well, nearest thousand means we're going to round it there. So actually, because that's a 3, it just goes to 29,000. Okay, simplify 3e minus e plus 4e. Well, 3e, take away e, is 2e, plus another 4 is 6e. Write a quarter as a percentage. Well, hopefully a lot of you can recognise that quarter as a percentage is 25%. If not, we could actually put it as an equivalent fraction. We need to times by 25 to make it out over 100. So 25 over 100, hence your 25%. Okay. Right, so we've got a list of numbers. From the numbers in the list, write down the cube number. Well, a cube number is a number that you get when you times a number by itself 3 times. So 1 cubed is 1. Okay, well, we haven't got 1. 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Oh, we haven't got 8. 3 cubed, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3, 27. Okay, there we go. 27 is the cube number. Next one would be 4 cubed is 64. Right, Liz is watching a film at the cinema. The film starts at 14:30. The film is 105 minutes long. When the film ends, Liz takes 20 minutes to get to the bus stop. A bus leaves the bus stop at 4:45. Does Liz get to the bus stop in time? Right, okay, so we're at 4. The film starts at 14:30. Now 105 minutes is the same as 1 hour and 45 minutes because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So if we add 1 hour 45 onto this, we get 15. Well, that's 1 hour on. Now add the 45 minutes on. That gives us 16:15. Okay. And she takes 20 minutes to get to the bus. So we need to add 20 minutes for the bus, which is 16:35. Does Liz get to the bus stop in time? You must show all your working. So this is film ends. This way everyone can see what we've worked out here. Film ends, bus is 20 minutes. So bus stop time. So does she get the bus? Yes, with 10 minutes to spare. It's always good to state that. It really just shows exactly what you're doing. Spare. Okay, so you should get all 3 marks for that. Right. Farhead, George and Tom did a test. Here are the marks. Okay, George drew his bar chart to show the marks they got. The bar chart is not fully correct. Okay, so we got 74, 77, 72. Write down 2 things that are wrong. Well, Tom's bar is too wide. All the bars need to be the same width. So Tom's bar needs to be 1 square wide. What else is wrong? We've got no and the scale. Look at this, 0 to 71. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the scale on the y-axis, that should start at 70. It's fine to start at 70, but not 0. 0, and we need some labels on there as well. So any of those answers would be absolutely fine. Right, so that's number 7 done. Okay, number 8. ABC is a straight line. Work out the size of the angle marked X. Well, we know angles on a straight line add up to 180. So it's 180 minus 150 is 30. I haven't even reached my calculator yet. Okay, give a reason for your answer. Angles. Oops. That's a point on a straight line. Line equal 180 degrees. Okay, so we know that. Diagram below is wrong. Explain why. Angles at a point equal 360 degrees. So 280 plus 90, 370 degrees. Okay, so it doesn't work. Angles at a point should add up to 360. They'd add up to 370. Okay, let's have a look at number 9. The scale can be used to change between kilometres and miles. Use the scale to change 40 kilometres to miles. Okay, so there's your 40 kilometres. I would suggest that was halfway between them. So 25 miles. And that actually works. If you double them both, look, 50 and 80. So 25. Right, here is an approximate rule to change from kilometres to miles. So divide the distance in kilometres by 10 and then multiply by 6. Use this approximate rule to change 40 kilometres to miles. Well, hopefully we're going to get 25, but let's see. So we've done 40, divide by 10, which is 4. Then we need to do 4 times 6, following the rule. Multiply by 6 is 24. Okay, compare your answer to part. Right, okay, so the rule is slightly lower, isn't it? Following the rule, our answer, or the answer, is lower by 1. Not entirely sure what else it needs you to say there, really. It's only worth 1 mark. Okay, number 10. Right, so solve. 3m equals 36. Well, we know 3 times something is 36. So if we do 36 divided by 3, 36 divided by 3, 12. Righty-ho. Okay, so here we've got 7. Take away something is 3. Well, it must be 4. 7 take away 4 is 3. Okay, still haven't really reached my calculator. Work out the volume. Now, the volume of a cuboid, I would work out the area of the front, and then basically it's all 3 multiplied together. So we could do the area of the base and then times by the height, area of the front times by the depth. I'm going to do, well, it's just 4 times 10 times 15. And we can tap that all into our calculator, and I'm pretty sure that gives us 600. Notice there are no units on the answer line. So it's one of those questions where actually you're going to get a mark just for writing centimetres cubed. Okay, so 4 times 10 times 15. 4 times 10 times 15 is 600, and then you get 1 mark for the centimetres cubed. Okay, number 12. Lucy uses a code to open the lock. The code is a letter followed by a 2-digit number. The letter is L or U. The number is a prime number between 20 and 30. Write down all the possibilities for Lucy's code. So it's going to be L. Let's get our prime numbers. So 20 isn't, 21 isn't, 22, 23 isn't, 24, oh hang on, 23 is, sorry. Okay, 21 definitely isn't, 25 isn't, 27 isn't, 29 is. Right, okay, I don't know how I missed 23. Anyway, L23 or L29 and U23 and U29. So it uses a code, letter followed by a 2-digit number. 23, right, okay. Yep, happy with those. A machine, so question 13, a machine fills bags with sweets. There are 4,275 sweets. There are 28 sweets in each bag. The machine fills as many bags as possible. How many sweets are left? Right, so let's do 4,275 divided by 28. 4,275 divided by 28. So how many bags can it actually fill? It can fill 152 bags and then a bit left, 0.678. So 152 bags. Okay, so if we do 152 times 28, that will be, notice I am doing 152, I'm not worrying about the remainder. So if I do 152 times 28, 4,256 of our sweets have gone. So left over is going to be 4,275 minus 4,256. Now hopefully this is less than 28, otherwise we've gone wrong. 19. So 19 sweets left. So I worked out how many full bags we could make, worked out how many sweets that would take, and then took it off the total. There are other ways of doing that, but I think that kind of follows my logic anyway. Right. A pie chart. Good. Haven't got a protractor. Hold on a moment. Okay, now I have my protractor. So we're drawing a pie chart. We've just been doing these in class, haven't we? So if we work out the total to start with, so 50 plus 45 plus 25. So there is a total of 120 teams, or number of goals, sorry, 120 goals. And then we need to work out how many degrees each goal is worth. So 360 divided by 120, so 3. And then we need to work out our angle. And I would write these down in case you mess up measuring them, you'll still get your marks. So we need to times each one of these by 3. 150. 3 times 45 is 135. And 75. Now I would also just quickly check by adding these together that we haven't gone wrong. It all needs to add up to 360, which it does. Brilliant. Okay, so now we need to do the pie chart. So the first angle we're drawing is 150 degrees. So I've put my protractor on, I'm measuring 150 degrees. This isn't the world's easiest thing on the screen, but you get the idea. Oops. There we go. So that's 150 degrees, so that's city. I don't know why I've spelled it with a G. That's not particularly helpful. So that's city. Now we need rovers. So rovers is 135. So again, putting my protractor on, starting at 0, going round to 135, which is there. And drawing my line. Okay. And so that is rovers. And then a quick final check to make sure that that is united at 75 degrees. Okay, we've got our 3 marks. So we've got probably mark for working out the angles and then drawing it nice and accurately. Right. Here we go. Work out the value of t. when x is 5 and y is minus 7. So we've got t is equal to 3 times 5, because it's 3x, plus 4 times minus 7. So that's 15. 4 times minus 7 is minus 28. So that is minus 13. Obviously you can do that on your calculator, but the actual answer is minus 13. So the value of t is there. Now work out the value of y. Right, okay, so let's stick these numbers into the equation. We've got 38 is equal to 18, and it's 18 because it's 3 lots of 6 plus 4y. So 4y must equal 20, because 20 add 18 is 38. So y must be 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Stick it on the answer line. Okay. All right, number 16. Exam has 2 papers. Okay, paper 1, paper 2. The pass mark is 2/3 of the total number of marks. Danielle gets 70% of the marks on paper 1. How many of the marks in order to pass? Total number. Right, okay. So let's start with 2/3 of 150, because that will be the pass mark. Well, that's 100 divided by 3 times by 2. So 100 is the pass mark. Okay, that's handy. Right, now we've got 70% on paper 1. So paper 1 is 60. So if we do 60 times 0.7, we will get how many marks that she got on that first paper. And I'm going to use my calculator. It's 42. So on paper 2, we need to do 100 minus 42, which is 58. So she needs 58 marks on paper 2 to make it up to 100. Okay. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking in the background. Right. Okay. So, number 17. Scott wants to make orange juice. He's going to buy boxes of oranges. There are 24 oranges in each orange box. 30 oranges makes 2 litres of orange juice. Right, okay. Scott needs to buy enough oranges to make 8 litres of orange juice. Work out the total number of boxes that Scott needs to buy. So, if he's making 8, 2 makes 30. So actually we need 4 times 30. 4 times 30, so actually he needs 120 oranges. Okay, so 120 oranges, but there are 24 oranges in a box. Work out the number of boxes. So we therefore need to do 120 divided by 24. Again, go for your calculator on that one if you need to. So 120 divided by 24 gives us 5. So we need 5 boxes to get 120 oranges to make the 8 litres of orange juice. Right, seems an awful lot of words there just to get the information, but Scott also buys some apples and bananas. Right, write down the ratio, the number of apples that Scott buys to the number of bananas he buys. Okay, it's not really connected at all, is it? So apples to bananas. Now it does say in its simplest form. So let's have a go at simplifying. I'm going to divide by 10. Now I need to find a number that goes into 126 and 28. So definitely, what's the highest number that goes into 28? Is 4. No, 4 doesn't go into 126. Let's do it by 2. 14. So dividing both by 2. 63, and 7. 7 goes into both. So it goes into 14 twice. I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing this. And it goes there. So actually 9 to 2. Okay, so we could have actually divided by, yeah, could have divided by 14 there actually. But anyway, we've got through it. We divided by 10, we divided by 2, and divided by 7. So we've got 9 to 2 simplified. Okay, look at this. A transformation. So we've got to describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. Right, so actually you can see the shape has turned around. Okay, it's now upside down. And actually it is a rotation. So it's a rotation. And it's gone 180 degrees. And I am pretty sure it's got about this point here. It's not quite this is 0, 0 because it's kind of shifted over a bit. So it's this point here. So about, what's that? -1, 0. Okay, so it's a rotation. Obviously you could check it with your tracing paper and that you'll see that that has spun round 180 degrees. Don't need to put a direction because it could be either. And that's our single transformation described. Right,